You know, I was thinking about it, and it's been a long time since you and I have been holed up in a hotel together. You know, I hope that fold-out couch is, like, comfortable.
I've slept on worse.
Yeah, you have.
Remember the last time? Think blizzards, black robes.
Oh, my gosh. D.C.? The Supreme Court case? That was a long... Well, you must have been, what, 8 years old?
7, actually.
Wow, you know, I seem to recall a lot of room service with burgers and fries and
pizza
chocolate chip
and
cookies.
ice cream and everything. Room service has got to be the greatest invention of the 20th century.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just, I think just one up above the microchip. You know, I didn't know. I mean, I never would have taken you to a place like this with no ambiance if I'd known that I was robbing you of a lifelong passion for room service, but I just figured we'd get ourselves something to eat and then go hunting, all right? Okay, the realtor gave me this, all right? We're going to find a house. We're going to find a house because a house is, well, a hotel certainly isn't a house, even though it's got room service.
Yes, lovely bland view where tacky is tasteful.
And expensive. So, what do you think I ought to get? Maybe a major loft space for all the babes you're going to be bringing home?
Yeah, that would work.
Cool.
Major babes, though.
Kevin slept with Barbara. I say walk away, Cassie.
Yeah, I know, Kelly. I said the same thing, too, at first. But, you know, I got something most Kramer women never get. I got heartfelt advice from my father.
Well, yeah, you're right there. I mean, that's something that we're not used to. So, what did David say? Did he say to hang in with Kevin?
He said he thought I still loved him, and if I did, that I should forgive him.
And do you still love him?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am late. I don't know where the traffic came from in this town, but I tell you what, it is not a welcomed addition.
See, now that is the kind of woman I'm talking about.
Well, my friend, you have great taste. I mean, she's definitely a major babe as far as the babes go, I think.
You know her?
Yes, I know her. I used to go out with her.
The bimbo, that's Blair? Damn, Dad. Wow.
Cassie, I'm sorry. I heard about Kevin and Barbara. He certainly doesn't let the sheets cool down, does he? First you, then Barbara. Now he's moved on to Taya.
Looks good. Thanks. What's the latest on your other story? Cassie.
Oh, we're gonna be good. We're gonna do fine.
Well, that would be good news. This looks good, too. Give me a draft as soon as you can.
I will.
How's your column on the muggings going?
Oh, man. I need to hook a POV, so I've scheduled interviews with Barbara Graham and her father.
Congressman Graham is giving you an interview?
So far.
Good morning, Clint. Well?
Vic?
How's Jessica today?
Oh, Lindsay and I had a good talk with her last night. You did the right thing, bringing her by paws. Kevin did an interview with Todd, or whoever it is he's calling himself these days. What is it, Tom?
Clint, I'm counting on you, please, to back me up if Kevin's interview with Todd turns out to be as biased as his others have been. Please.
Excuse me, Clint? I'm not sure how you want me to handle the transliteration on the Chinese delegation piece.
Swing by my office when you have a chance.
Sure.
Take it easy.
I will.
All right.
Kevin?
Oh, my first draft.
Already?
Yeah. I actually stayed up all night trying to
Make sure I translated the notes correctly.
Good. May I have your transcript, please?
What?
The transcript. The tape of the interview was transcribed, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was. You don't ever ask for any reporter's transcript around here. Why is it me now? I mean, I'm not some rookie reporter just got out of J school. I'm the associate managing editor of this paper.
These are unusual circumstances, Kevin. Todd is very fragile, and until the DID is evaluated, I don't want us jumping to any conclusions.
I see. So you're willing to sacrifice your journalistic integrity for Todd? Easy. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be a lot better when I can put the nail in Todd's coffin.
Hey, Joseph. All right.
Is my mom in her office?
Joey. Listen, do you know how Barbara is after the mugging?
Well, if you're so concerned, why don't you call her and ask her yourself, kid?
Lindsay.
I know you're busy. I'm not going to stay long. I just really needed to see you. How silly is that?
Sounds pretty good to me. What, something happened?
Just the usual.
Well?
I was completely prepared for him to spend a month with Sam this summer, as he does every summer, but as far as him moving in with him permanently, I cannot handle it.
You know, this probably isn't what you want to hear. But at this time in his life, I think it might do him a world of good to spend some time with his father. And God knows you can use some downtime.
I don't do downtime. I need people around me. I like to be in the middle of everything.
Chicago a little busier than Landview, was
It's just a teeny bit bigger.
Well, maybe I can make you feel just a teeny bit more at home.
Mm-hmm.
How about if I come home early tonight?
Yeah, how about it?
Be just the two of us. That enough people for you?
That's enough for me.
One luck.
I'll come back later.
Could you? I just need a few more minutes.
No, Vicki, wait a minute. Wait. We have some things that we have to go over.
Look, I really don't mind,
No,
okay?
Vicki, some of these things just can't wait. Now, I made a list. Okay. What's on your list?
Nell's piece on mugging,
Got it?
Kevin on Todd,
Uh-huh.
which I think is probably going to constitute the bulk of our discussion.
Oh, and I got the specs on the color supplement for Sunday. The good news is we sold far more ad space than we expected.
All right, then the bad news is we're going to have to decide whether to add pages or cut editorial.
Ad?
Cut.
Okay. All right, well, if nothing else comes up, this ought to take us up till lunchtime.
Well, that's good, because I can get out of your hair now, and then I'll come back at lunchtime, and I'll take you out. How's that?
Honey, I'd like to, but Vicki and I have a lunch meeting with the supplement advertisers.
Oh, okay. Well?
Well, we still have a date for the next.
Yes, we do. All righty. See you then. And, Vicki, don't you work him too hard.
Last night was real rough on Lindsay. Will decided to move in with his dad.
Oh. Well, I understand that completely.
Now, look, if we add pages on Sunday, then we can flesh out the Cochrane A state's investigation.
Yeah, but if we cut the pages, we can draw it out through the whole week. Clint, I have to ask you this. Did you have a chance to talk to Jessica about Christian and this whoever's posing for him, this model?
Yes, and I thought everything was okay, but this morning she seemed as upset as ever.
Did she have a fight with Christian?
Beats me. Lindsay gave her some real good advice, though. She said that arguments are a part of, a normal part of any relationship, and she urged her strongly to make up with Chris.
Oh. Well, good advice notwithstanding, I would like Jessica back at Landfair tonight, please.
Unless she doesn't want to go.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, I mean, it's okay if she wants to spend another night at Pa's.
It is not okay by me. Please make no mistake about this. Her home is with me.
Vicky, I'm her father. Now, Jessica and I have the right to spend time with each other.
Of course you do. All I'm saying is, she visits you. She lives with me.
Calling Barbara, Joey, would be about the stupidest thing that I could do. Because she would interpret that as a gesture of my undying love for her. I've screwed up big time. But Cassie is finally in a place where she's ready to be at peace with this, or at least close. That's my priority. I'm not about to stir up a breeze.
Am I supposed to tell her all this?
Do you think that you could at least tell her that I am genuinely sorry about what's happened to her? And moreover, I'm very sorry that... Just tell her that I'm sorry that we did something that we shouldn't have done.
Too bad you didn't think about that ahead of time, huh?
Hello, Joe. Eve.
Kevin, your sainted mother may have talked Cassie into staying here at the Banner, but I'm not going to rest until she quits.
Well, then you better get ready to work some really long hours because Cassie and I are planning on putting it all back together. Matter of fact, things are going well, so I really wouldn't stand in our way.
Stand in your way? You hurt my daughter again, I'll dance on your grave.
I always thought that Kevin and Taya couldn't stand each other, but let me tell you something. I was wrong. She married Todd for his money, and as soon as she got her little payoff, she was back to her old squeak. Would you stop? What? No, it's okay, Kelly. There's nothing going on between Kevin and Taya. They're just working every angle to break Todd. What about you? What do you think about this DID thing? Do you think it's for real?
Well, if it could happen to Vicky, don't you think it could happen to her brother?
It's not hereditary. Well, he has certainly split into another personality. Like what? Like one of Vicky's? Yeah? Tom? Look, I don't know Kevin thinks it's an act, but I wouldn't believe a word he says after the way he treated you, Cassie. Blair, one thing has nothing to do with the other, okay?
Well, yes, it
No, it doesn't. Oh, let me see. Max's ring is still in its place.
You know, she's right. I thought you would have switched hands by now.
Well, Max and I had a very good time down in North Carolina. It was wonderful with the kids.
But the thrill was gone.
I will have you both know that I shared a bed with Star. Something was missing.
Something like Sam.
Dad, if you want to go talk to her, go ahead. Don't let me stop you. That's cool. Go talk to her. I mean, you're the one who always told me to go after what you want, right?
Dorian, whether Cassie forgives me or not is just really none of your business.
Agreed. Right this way, please.
Mel.
Listen to me. If you want to rant and rave about the Buchanans, you can do that all you want to in our home, but not here, not on their turf, not on my turf.
Excuse me, but I think the First Amendment pretty much covers
The First Amendment is superseded by what's called common courtesy to me and to my employers. It's tense here. Todd Manning spawning multiple personalities is more than enough conflict for me.
I am so sorry if I made a scene. But you see, this is really all Vicky's fault. If she thinks that her son can use my daughter as a doormat...
Dorian, it's not about you, it's about work. Vicky didn't want to lose a good reporter to another paper.
What? Are you taking her side again?
Cassie's?
Vicky's!
Dorian.
Listen to me. Stop obsessing about Cassie. It's not good for you, and it sure as hell isn't good for her.
I am her mother. It is only natural for me to worry about her.
Dorian, you left natural behind a long time ago. You've got to find something to galvanize your energies. Give your girls a break. They're grown women. They're going to lead their lives no matter what.
I had no idea you felt my life was so meaningless.
You know that's not what I'm saying. I'm just worried about you, sweetheart.
Don't you sweetheart me, sweetheart. There is nothing natural about a husband labeling his wife as unnatural.
Fine. Then just do me this favor. Get back in the world, would you? Find something to put your energy into. You've got so much drive, but you squander it mothering women who long ago ceased to be. That's all.
Trivial, superfluous, that's me. Honestly, I don't think you ought to have lunch with me. It's much too frivolous a use of your time, and I'm sure that I can invest mine in a far, far better way. Why, Mrs. Buchanan? Got any plans for lunch?
Please, do not confuse me with Lindsay. I did not agree to let my child move in with her father.
Well, first off, Lindsay didn't agree to any such thing either. She is heartsick that Will is moving in with Sam.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's not going to fill the void with my daughter.
Our daughter? But that's not the point.
It is the point. It is absolutely the point. I will not let Jessica be the chinking that keeps the wind from howling through Lindsay Rappaport's empty heart.
Buchanan. Lindsay Buchanan.
I'm sorry. I know that. I'm very sorry.
This has nothing to do with where Jessica lives, does it? This is about my marrying Lindsay. You've been saying that the kids have been acting up because I tied the knot and because I did it so suddenly. But this is really your problem.
No. No, I was very concerned about the effect your marriage would have on our children. I wish you and Lindsay nothing but the best.
Why don't I buy that? Buchanan. Okay, I'll be right there. Excuse me.
I've given Sam every opportunity to move closer. And he keeps moving, backing away, like I'm waving some kind of machete in front of him, so I've decided to move on. To Max. Well, with Max, I guess it's moving backward. I've never met anybody like Sam, and Dorian says the best way to get over a broken heart is to, well, time or another man.
And time takes too long.
Right. But please, Cassie, if you decide to move on to another man, please don't make it a Buchanan. I mean, Bo, now Kevin, and
my
who you gonna go
marriage
with?
to Bo lasted, what, all of 10 seconds? I don't think that counts.
Believe? What is this? Please don't tell me that Drew gave you this, did he?
Enough. You know Drew.
Oh, yeah, I do know Drew. Nobody knows Drew.
But you're going to say he's a liar. And he's like a no-life, no-good, whatever. Okay, I know that. I've heard that over and over again. I believe he has changed. End of story. What about you, Blair? Can you believe everything that Max tells you?
Well, I don't pretend that Max isn't a rat, but he's my rat. You know, I tried to convince myself that I could be with somebody like Sam, but at least with Max, I know what I'm getting. He doesn't pretend to be something that he's not, like those other guys like Kevin, who says he's so loyal, and then he goes out and boinks the first little piece of fluff that comes along, like Barbara Graham.
That's really diplomatic.
Well, I'm telling the truth here. What is he, locked in a wine cellar, and then he, with Barbara, and he suddenly forgets this beautiful, beautiful, sweet, wonderful woman right here?
Blair.
Oh, and what do? You catch him and you say, oh, it's okay. And he says, it's okay. Well, let me tell you something. It's not okay. Because he's out sniffing Taya Delgado Manning, whatever the hell her name is. Right? What?
Are you crazy?
Well, what did I say? She hates the guy's guts.
Well, you are as wrong about that as you could ever be.
You seem a little more cheerful today.
Yeah, I'm getting my confidence back. Thanks to you. In fact, I even applied for my old nursing job out here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, if it's not available, I guess I'll stick with the private nursing, but
I was actually gonna call Kevin for some references.
I just saw him a little while ago.
How is he?
Good. He told me to tell you that he's sorry about the mugging.
That's all. He's gone back to Risby.
They're working things out. Trying to.
Hi, it's Sam. I just, well, look, you got some hang-ups on your machine, and, well, I'm sure a few of them are me. I guess you're still away. I missed you. Did you get my message?
Kevin, sit down, please. I have a real problem with your article.
Specifically?
Specifically, the interview as written does not match the transcription of the interview that occurred.
All I did was clean up his sentences a little bit.
No. You extensively rewrote statements of Todd's that were perfectly clear.
Mom, I'm quite sure that if you read the transcript again, and you look through the smoke screen, you will see that I did not distort the facts at all.
I'm not going to run the piece as it is.
No, I know you won't. I know you won't run the piece. You don't approve anything I write about Todd, because when it comes to your brother, you're the one who's not objective.
Vicky, why don't I hammer this out with Kevin, you know, editor-in-chief, reporter?
Oh, yeah, do that.
Vicky!
I have a meeting before lunch.
Mom, wait. You found an awful lot of ways, over and over again, to forgive Todd. Now, as much as I hate the beneficiary of your generosity, I understand where it comes from in you.
Thank you.
I just wonder something now. How's it gonna feel when you have to face the reality that he's been using the most private, painful part of your life, the most important personal battle you've ever waged, just so he can get his butt out of prison?
You have no proof that he's faking it.
Well, you don't have any proof that he's not faking it.
Kevin, I know things about him you don't
Well, if
know.
you know, then tell me, so that I can understand.
I can't.
You don't trust me? You think I'm going to print this? If you ask me not to print it, you have my word that I won't print it. All I want to know, I want to understand what it is about this guy that makes him so important to you.
You have to trust me. I made a promise, Kevin. I cannot break it.
I just can't keep doing this with her. Every time Todd's name comes up, she shuts down.
You left a message or something? I was having such a good time while I was away, I didn't beep in.
Oh. No. I felt dumb as a stick or what? It was nothing, really. It was nothing. Yeah, you seen Todd?
Yeah. I'm going to be staying over at the penthouse. Because it's the best thing for Star.
Well, then we'll be seeing each other, you know. I'm Todd's custodian until all this court stuff blows over, yeah.
I know. It was pretty brilliant, you know, how you got him out of the hospital. It'll probably be a cakewalk, you know, now with the split personality as defense.
Yeah, well, I had to do something. I'm not a believer in unnecessary suffering.
Hey, Blair, right?
Hi, Blair. This is my son, Will Rappaport. Blair Kramer.
My. Nice to meet you. You are very handsome, Will.
Thank you. I've heard so much about you.
Oh, Sam. I'm so flattered.
Actually, I heard it from my mother, not from him.
Thanks. A lot.
Now we're through.
So, Dorian, this is my son, Will. Oh, your son.
This is Dorian Lord Hayes.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Sam? Would you excuse me for a moment? I'm going to go talk to my niece.
Right.
One day back, and already having lunch with 2 Rappaport men. Very good. Not really.
I can't live like this, Kelly. Stupid thing everybody says to me makes me think that Kevin is sleeping with somebody else. Stop listening to Blair. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Look, I think you need some more time. What do you mean, away from Kevin? Yes, I think that you're trying to get over this too fast. Kelly, I have to get over it fast. Look at my father. A year ago, nothing was wrong with him, and now today. Makes you realize how quickly time goes by. Tell me about it. I know. I think that's what my father was trying to tell me. Life isn't perfect, Kelly. We all make mistakes. We make huge mistakes, but you forgive people and you move on. Look at what I did to Andrew. I walked out of my family, and yet he forgave me. What Kevin did was nothing compared to that. He just had a one-night fling with Barbara. A life and death situation that probably would never, ever happen again. I mean, that's what he said. So what do? I mean, I could have lost him that night, Kelly. I could have lost him. He could have died. And yet, what do? I sit here and I get angry with him, and what, I throw away our entire future? I mean, well, I forgive him. I mean, those are my 2 choices. Make you feel any better? He told me that he loves you and not Barbara. Yeah, I think he does. I just don't know if he'll ever be happy with one woman, Kelly. I mean, he pursued me pretty recklessly when I was with Andrew, and yet he still got involved with Taya. I think this is the conversation that should be finished at home. I really do. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay, just tell Blair I gotta clean up. I gotta fix this mess, and I'll be right out. Okay. Hang in there.
Kevin, I'll do my level best to keep Dorian out of your relationship with Cassie. I know what kind of an impact she can have when she tries to help someone.
Yeah, just a little one, right? Thanks. I appreciate it. Especially coming from my future stepfather-in-law.
Well, I'll be in your corner, kid. Just as long as I never have another moment's doubt as to whether you're fully committed to Cassie. I couldn't have been angrier at you if she'd been my own daughter.
I understand that. I think you have every right to feel that way. Excuse me, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Kevin, tell me you have a line on something solid to use against Todd.
Believe me, I need it as much for myself as I do to nail Todd. I'm hopping on eggs around here. I could lose my job.
Which is why you need foolproof evidence that he's faking it.
Oh, believe me, he's not going to slither out from under my boot again.
Oh, so you are onto something? Tell me, is there anyone else in on this with you who can corroborate what you report?
Oh, yeah. Somebody who's got as much at stake in all this as I do.
Tad.
So, your congratulations are in order. You and Kevin are back together.
How do you know? Did Kevin tell you?
Hardly. Oh, he doesn't dare speak to me now. Joey told me. So is it true?
I don't think it's any of your business. I also think it's pretty damn bizarre you'd ask me anything about Kevin.
Bizarre? Why? Because he's made it pretty clear he wants nothing to do with you. That he doesn't love you, and that he never has.
So why don't you just get over it? Then again, if you want to wallow in it, feel free to. But just do me the courtesy of staying away from me, my father, and especially Kevin. What are you so afraid of?
Joey. Hi.
Hey.
Listen, would you like to join us? We're going to be taking off soon, but...
No, thanks. I'm actually here with Barbara. But thanks anyway. What? Kel, we're just friends. It's no big deal.
Well, maybe not to you.
Okay, look. I was a big boy about you and Drew, and I think you need to relax about me spending time with Barbara.
I just don't want you to be eaten up alive. I know that you have a sweet spot for lost souls. And Barbara is not one of them.
Okay, all right. Where did she go anyway? She went to the bathroom like 5 minutes ago. What?
Cassie's in the bathroom.
Oh, great.
A permanent residence? That's not the kind of decision you want to make on the fly, is it?
Look, I'm not buying. I'm renting a house, because you said you didn't want Will living in a hotel.
I don't want Will living anywhere that isn't with me.
Well, at least we're clear about that.
Taking him from me is the cruelest thing you've ever done.
Hi, hello, guys. Could you please not do this whole third-person thing while I'm actually present? All right, there'll be plenty of time when I'm not. Maybe you two could reschedule or something.
I'm sorry.
So, will there be anyone else joining you gents in these living arrangements?
Like who?
Like, Blair?
Blair is engaged to Max Holden.
Good.
What? What? That ring, darling. Are you engaged?
Oh, that's why Sam was acting so weird.
Just saying there's got to be some way you can give Kevin more room to do his job. He's a good reporter.
Of course he is. That was never in question. All I'm asking him to do is treat Todd as fairly as he would any other news personality.
Now, that part is not so easy.
Clint, everyone has turned against my brother. The allies he had are gone, even Jessica.
Well, doesn't that make you wonder? Vicki, if Kevin is allowed to do his job properly, you will see that your blind loyalty to your brother is about as rewarding as spitting into the wind.
You expect me to turn my back on him?
Mm-hmm. And reconcile with Kevin. Vicki, embrace your family before you lose all of it.
Don't you mean the rest of it?
Ted, you say that you want to have absolute proof that Todd's faking it. Well, let me tell you how I can prove it to you. Well, if you want to jump ship, then this is the best time to... Okay. Fine, deal. Meet me at the penthouse. Okay. Bye.
I know. Maybe you're afraid of the fact that every time you and Kevin have an argument, or maybe every time he says he's going out of town on business, that he's really running to me. You know, you asked me what happened in the lodge once. I told you half-truths. Maybe you're afraid to know the whole truth about how Kevin and I couldn't wait to get out of our clothes, how we couldn't get enough of each other, how making love was a relief to every pain, every frustration, every desire that we've ever had in our entire life. That's the truth. And nothing you and Kevin will ever match what the two of us have. Because the only name on his heart and on his sweet, sweet lips is mine. For all he thinks about you, you may as well be Ted. You really ought to get some help. Kevin's never going back to Cassie. It's just never gonna happen.
1 minute Sam's saying that he missed me, the next he's like shutting down.
Well, of course he thought you were engaged to Max.
He told me he didn't want to play games.
Excuse me. When did he tell you this?
The night that you went off with Max, he was not the happy camper.
Tell me.
Because I didn't know how to reach you.
Oh, would you stop picking? I cannot believe that you didn't tell me.
What? Why, Blair, congratulations.
Dorian? Yes, indeed. I'll be right with you.
What in the hell are you doing?
What is it? I have a little agenda. I'll tell you about it when we get home. In the meantime, darling, you better do something.
Well, my friend, what can I say? Your mother loves you very much. I think you just have to have dinner, lunch with her a couple times a week. You know, she'll calm right down.
Yeah. You know, Blair isn't really the bimbo that Mom made her out to be.
No kidding. And the thing is, Blair's off limits. She's engaged.
Come on. I mean, whatever happened to Mr. Go After What You Want, huh? I mean, engaged isn't married.
Let's go.
Hey, Sam, could we talk?
Would you excuse us for a minute, please?
I'll meet you out front.
Good.
Bye.
Look, before you say anything, just tell me, are you going to marry Max Holden?
I don't know.
Because I got to tell you, I mean, you go away with the guy, but there's something about seeing that ring on your finger that just irks the hell out of me, and I kind of hurt all over right now. So if you want to talk, let's keep it on a professional basis, all right? Just call my office, make an appointment, then we'll talk.
Well, maybe I will.
Do you ever get the feeling that the world would be a much better place if people would just listen to you?
Dorian, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.